Does anybody remember in the last episode when I briefly mentioned about how I would spend way too long working on this little spot right here? Well, I did. And I'm actually still working on it. And let me kind of explain how this tends to happen, because it tends to happen a lot to me, and I feel like I can't be the only one, right? I mean, the original plan was to come down here and sprinkle some mushrooms, which I got these guys back there, and they're spreading nicely. They're doing their thing. And get some roots hanging from the ceiling, make it seem like there's probably a little moisture in the cave, right? Because of the aqueduct. So there's roots spreading into here to get a little bit of that moisture action, right? I got some vines going around. These are a little overgrown. I might try to cut these back or do something with them. Might just remove these altogether. I'm getting sidetracked. Wait a minute. That's exactly what I'm trying to say, though, is that I tend to get sidetracked. So I guess I was actually making my point pretty well there in a way. But you get what I'm saying, right? You tend to step back, right? I was stepping back. I was looking. I was like, okay, roots look good there. Maybe get a little bit of root peeking out there. It looks nice. Get some kind of surrounding the waterfall there. And then you start to notice other things. And you start to think, well, what if we changed this and did that? And then next thing you know, you've built this whole little stone brick structure at the back here and opened up the cave and terraformed more and done other things. And then noticed that, wait a minute. Wait 1 minute. That is a staircase up into a hole in the... You can swim up that. Am I the only one? I mean, opportunities like this are just too good to pass up, right? Am I right? And so thus, a small 5-minute project of planting mushrooms and placing roots turns into hours of planning and tweaking and terraforming and eventually secret tunnel digging. So we're gonna dig up there and see where we end up. Now hold on. Don't get too excited. I gotta eat first. Also, check it out. I've been spending a little bit of time over at the mob grinder. The tools are nice and fresh, been repaired. Oh yeah, not everything, but the things that were needing repaired got repaired, and I'm feeling fresh, you guys. Here we go. Up into the ceiling. This is gonna take forever still, I think. But oh well, never mind. That didn't take very long. Is this a good sign or a bad sign? Well, actually, this is an awesome spot. I think this is a really ideal spot. I think. Look at that giant slime over there. Got a little distracted. Wait a minute. The water is probably in the way. You guys probably can't see that on YouTube. Look at this. Hello. Oh, I love how they just kind of show up all over in different spots of my cave. Yeah. Of course, slime chunks are everywhere, but hi, buddy. Oh. Ah! That was, in theory, maybe a better idea than it actually was. Okay. It worked out, though. It worked out. Diving into the slime. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes. Just that this might actually be a perfect spot of the cave to tie this aqueduct into a greater water source. I mean, hold on. Let's swim back up here. Look at the great opportunity that we are presented with already. I could just terraform the cave a little bit so there's a nice little stream leading down to here. Perhaps we would build a little retaining wall, like we kind of dammed off the river, and just dig that dirt away and let the water flow down and flood the cave here. That could be cool. And then we could actually potentially connect through swimming all the way like up to the surface, probably. I don't know where that water source is coming from, but I suppose we could find out. It doesn't look promising, but here we go. Oh goodness, I almost fell. It's looking like it's probably just never mind. I was gonna say it's looking like it's probably just a source block in the wall type of thing, but okay. Well, I can't go any farther or I'm gonna drown, but that's pretty legit. I'm liking this idea. I think, oh, it's nice save, nice save. I'm thinking this is gonna be the stream. This is or the water source that we're gonna turn into a stream, connect into, you know, give the logic of how we have this aqueduct here, because I don't want it to just be the source block in the ceiling. You know what I mean? I want it to actually connect to a larger source of water, you know, like something that actually makes sense, that we're harvesting from or redirecting or whatever. Yeah, however you want to look at it. You know, you're not really harvesting water, but well, this was probably a mistake. There go all my torches. And it's not even going where I wanted it to go. I kind of wanted it to go over on this. Hold on, let me step back. Okay, taking a step back, you can kind of see that if it went over off to the side this way, there's a little flat spot where it could kind of pool up and have another waterfall spilling out over here. And then let's head down this way. And then it could just kind of follow the crevice straight down into where we need it to go. Of course, like I said earlier, we might build a retention wall around here and kind of build it up so it kind of pools in this area. All right, we've been doing a little bit of digging. I think it's looking pretty good. And now the next part of the project here is to figure out where the retention wall is going to exactly sit and how we're going to get the water to direct into the lower part of the cave down here, into the aqueduct. And I had a couple of ideas here that I was thinking. One is, of course, just to keep terraforming the river and lead it directly into there. And oh goodness, I'm getting crazy with the pickaxe, but lead it directly down into here. And we could just use the cave to kind of cut it off, or it could even just flow down farther and keep going. I don't really want it to. I think that would be just too much water. The cave would be too flooded at that point. Idea number 2 is, of course, the retaining wall just around here, so that this would kind of flood a little bit in this area. You know, maybe bring it out to here, a couple block radius around where the opening of the aqueduct would be for it to drain down into there. Theoretically, of course. We're not actually dealing with real water physics, right? This is Minecraft, guys. But the third and final idea is to put a retaining wall right here kind of thing and have this flood right here. It's already kind of set up for that. It's got a nice flat area here. It could lend an opportunity to create a nice little pond, and off of that pond we create another aqueduct. I know, we're getting crazy. And that well, I guess we'd have to get it in line so that it would dump straight in. I guess we could do some other fancy things, but you know what I'm saying? A little bit of extra structure going on down here. I'm leaning towards option 3, and so I put a little bit of dirt here to see kind of what the retention wall would look like and let the water flow down, and I think it's looking pretty good. And then I realized, wait a minute, I don't know what I'm going to do up there. If I remove that dirt, this water is going to spill everywhere and ruin the rest of the cave and kind of ruin all the work that I've done here. But look at this. This is dirt. This is going to be a retention wall. Why not just do the same exact thing up there? Change that dirt into a retention wall, and then it's kind of like a terraced retention wall kind of thing. I think that would be really cool. And then we could maybe even build an aqueduct off of that one, because we're going to have to build an aqueduct off of this one. And it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, you guys, because our destination is a little bit off-centered, actually. So we're going to possibly, most likely, I guess, have to have a bend in the aqueduct, or I don't know. But first, we're going to texture out these retention walls and get them changed out for actual material and not dirt anymore. And then we'll worry about the aqueducts. It's about time that I tear these out. These wooden platforms have been here since the beginning of the series, I think. I built them really early on when I found this cave, kind of when I initially moved in. And I did so because I thought it would be a good idea. I could just put little platforms in individual chunks, and if I ever see slimes hanging out on the platforms, then I would know, hey, this is a slime chunk. But slimes pretty much spawned everywhere but on these platforms. So it's time today to take them out. Mainly just because that one's in the way up there. I should have finished taking that one out. But anyway, I'll get back to it. Yeah. Oh yeah, that looks so much nicer. Just cleaned up a little bit. Now we can actually see the cave, kinda, and it's looking nice. I'm excited. Okay, time to work on these retention walls. Oh no! Oh no! Oh dang it! Oh, I messed up big, you guys. Look at that. Well, we're gonna have mobs spawning because I am not replacing all those torches that just went washing away. Oh well. Alright, the water is looking pretty nice. The structure's looking good. But the mobs are spawning already. You can see that dark spot right there that we created, and my goodness, you guys, it's like, it's like that's the only dark spot in this entire cave. Oh, dang it, he figured it out. I had him trapped down there for a while. No, you don't, you stay down. I have to kill you now. I was trying to keep them in here. Oh well, you can stay. You can be the mascot of the oh goodness. I have no friends. My friends, let me tell you, I could spend days, weeks, maybe perhaps even months on simply just texturing and terraforming. Even just a little thing like this. Because let me explain why. When I get into it, I start to contemplate each and every block. And not only each and every block, but the placement of each and every block as a whole. Like this, for instance, this andesite section here. What does the shape of that look like? But not only what does the shape of that look like, but how does that tie in then to the stone around it? Because nobody, who likes the look of this when textures are just butted up right next to each other and they don't match and it just kind of doesn't make sense? Like, why is there just a random strip of stone in the middle of this deep slate? So I end up spending way too much time just meticulously combing through and making sure that there's nothing like that in the terraforming, at least in the natural structure. Of course, in the retaining wall here, you see I use cobble and I use different mossy and regular and cracked stone brick, and I throw in some stairs, and look at this, I even got some smooth stones. But that's different, in my opinion, because this is emulating man-made structure. This was brick slayed and, patchwork where stones and mortar were just smooshed back in to fill in some cracks, and you can see where it's been eroding away, and there's a little bit of gravel piled up here because the wall is kind of deteriorating, and these things all kind of make sense, right? It's understandable why there's cobblestone kind of packed into the bricks here. But it doesn't make sense why the stone is seamlessly integrated into the middle of this deep slate. Is this just me, or do you guys agree? I'm probably overthinking it to a great degree, but that's fine. That's fine, because you know what? This is what makes me happy. When I take the time and I comb through each and every block and everything is just right and it's perfect, that's what makes me satisfied and gives me gives me that sense of satisfaction. So I'm going to get back to it because clearly I'm not done. Look at that madness right behind me, right above my head. Oh my gosh. Yep. Okay, that looks pretty good. I like that. And check it out. We've started to shape the path of the aqueduct here with dirt. I think this is how it's going to be shaped, right? We're actually going to split it into 2 levels, but it's still the same shape. And we've done it, you guys. It has reached down to the destination. And now we connect all the way from down into the depths of our caves. And it's going to expand even further. Oh, geez. All the way up into the mystery, who knows what's up there. We'll go deeper up there another day. But my friends, we have created something new today. We brought this build into existence where previously there was nothing. And this is a great thing. It's amazing. And we've done this so many times in our world over the course of the first 15 episodes, I guess. This is episode 15. But the problem is all these things that we've created and brought into existence and started, we haven't finished. Each time we start a new build and don't finish it, we lay foundations. We set the trajectory for the world by influencing it with new structures and new existing things. However, right now, the trajectory that we're set on is to be in a world with just a mess of unfinished projects and chests laying all over the place and random farms just kind of scattered around. It's not looking pretty, you guys. And so I'm thinking that the plan should be, over the next couple episodes, I'm just going to focus on working on the world as a whole. And not really focusing on any one specific project, but just kind of jumping around and doing what needs done. Fixing broken things, tying up loose ends, that kind of thing. Finishing the builds. But, I mean, my friends, is any build truly ever finished? This one probably won't ever be. Just kidding. We're going to be working on it in this next episode, but there are some unforeseen complications that we're going to have to figure out, and nothing too major, but I'll explain it in the next episode. It's just a minor detail. And then there's the Trident farm. Oh man, the Trident farm. That was one of the first things I built in my world, actually, because I just really wanted a Trident right away. And I thought it was a really simple build. It is a really simple build. It's basically just a tube. And I haven't gotten back to it. It's still unfinished, as well as that build right there. I don't know what that is yet. It's going to be a tower of some sorts, but we'll figure it out as it comes. Hopefully we'll work on it a little bit, but mainly I think we're going to be working on this guy, the Trident farm, and the villager breeder, which have both been put off for far too long. But anyway, guys, if you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like. I would really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, subscribe, of course, because it just just subscribe. Oh no. Subscribe because of how much I struggled on that ladder. How about that? Anyway, this has been Tyrannosaurus Company, and until next time, take it easy and peace. Oh, wait. And go leave a comment. Comment on what you think I should work on in the next episode, or next couple episodes. I'm going to probably dedicate the next couple episodes to just working on stuff around. So anyway, just leave a comment on anything you want to see me working on, and any ideas you have for the world, if any. Anyway, thanks guys, and now it's for real, the end.